What's up, guys? Welcome to Pedigo Submission Fighting in Mount Vernon, Illinois, aka the daisyfresh laundromat. We're going to take you through 24 hours of up-and-coming prospect Jacob Couch, purple belt who's just recently broken to the top 10. This is going to be 24 hours into his life. Besides jiu-jitsu, like off of the mat, what are Jacob Couch's hobbies? Like what are the things that make you happy other than jiu-jitsu, outside of the gym?
So one of them for sure would definitely be Code Red, and then, man, I love to eat. So food is...
Code Red, like Mountain Dew?
Mountain Dew.
Okay.
You gotta, that's the #1 supplement to get boulders like these. You know, I love to eat. Me and Sam actually just had an eat-off for a food competition we had planned with this other guy in the gym, Adam, who's a fucking sicko. He can eat more than any human being.
Listen, buddy, you can drink all the Mountain Dew Code Red all you want, but nothing will prepare you for this challenge, boy.
Walmart. So a lot of guys make a mistake of trying to go fast when it's not necessary. Like along the way, like I said, you can catch air bubbles if you try to eat so fast.
Look, they doubted the strategy. He hasn't even sweat one beat.
He's
Not
still
one
got
single
1, 2,
beat.
3, 4,
He
5,
hasn't
6,
blinked.
7, 8, 9,
He
10,
hasn't
11.
blinked.
It's like 16 to 18.
Take a firm look
Mashi.
at Kucha's chest. He's covered in a layer of what looks to be donut.
There's no way. He's biting one
He's only
piece.
causing
Mashi.
shit
Come on,
because he
dude.
needs to
Look.
find a way out.
And then left all the buns for the end. It kind of confused me. I was like, I don't really know why he's doing that, but whatever. Okay, I came in here all natural.
You got to be ready for that.
Upholding our agreement, Sam. That's what I did.
Look at him, Jacob.
I just want you to know that. I just want the people to know that.
You got to be ready.
Feel it. He got sick and threw up, and I ended up taking the crown.
Deep into the eat-off. Oh. Sam Yang going interesting strategy here. He's saving all the bread for the end. I think it's going to bite him in the ass. What do you guys think? Who will win it? Who will win it? Jacob Couch, what do you have to say?
Champ shit only, baby. That's what I do. Man, food. I really love food. Damn.
So, I think a lot of people want to know, like, with daisyfresh, like the Pedigo Submission Fighting, I think a lot of people don't even realize that it's called Pedigo Submission Fighting. They think it's called daisyfresh now. What's it like to be a full-time guy, you know? Because I think a lot of people think they know what full-time means, but what does it really mean to not only be full-time, but be a full-time competitor at Pedigo Submission Fighting?
Being a full-time competitor here it just means something different, because there's like you talk about it all the time with there being no easy rolls. Like I remember the first time I got here, I was rolling with this white belt, and like I was like, okay, I'm not gonna like beat him up too bad, so I'm just gonna roll like kind of smooth. And I was going with him, and the motherfucker almost took my back, and I was like, and then he said, "Oh, he'll get you," and I was like, "Well, no shit, I know that now."
You don't know about the beating Cody took to win Worlds. I mean, don't get me wrong, he don't look like he won, I know. He was one of the first ones up, and I was going to be like 3rd or 4th. And in like the first 20 seconds of the match, I had to quit watching because the guy pretty much went like this to him. Scored like 9,000 points on him. I just see him just getting beaten over there. I was like, oh God. It was like putting me in like the emotional highs and lows, so I was like, I can't watch it. So I was like turned away and I was stretching, but then I kept hearing, and then I looked over, there was like 20 seconds left and Cody was still losing. He did the same thing in his last match too, man. It was just comeback after comeback. He won from behind. He's a dipshit, but fuck, dude, he can fight.
I wake up in the morning, do the noon training, do my drilling, do the strength and conditioning.
That's Couch's 3rd Mountain Dew, and this is before the food even comes out, for the record. So, what time do you usually get up?
About 11 o'clock. I gotta get some recovery in. It's tiring being this handsome.
Okay.
It's hard to carry around all day.
I don't know much about it. I would get up at 5 a.m. if that was the case. But, so you get up at 11, you take this pre-workout, and then like, when is your first session start? What is the session?
It varies. Sometimes the noon training does, because if I can kind of creep away from Andrew, I can kind of really do like some.
Hot plate.
Incoming.
usually we start drilling at noon, and then if Andrew's feeling frisky, he'll come and grab me and throw me around a little bit. But usually when JB's healthy, he grabs JB. JB loves that shit, man. I just like to drill at noon because our night training, the second training of the day is really rough, and then we usually have strength and conditioning after the noon training. So.
Okay, so like noon is primarily like it's like a drilling.
Yeah, it's like a figure out session.
Get the guy to turn onto his stomach, and it's an advantage. That's it. Then the rest of the time, I don't want you to do that. I want you to knee cut him the whole time. Dude, no one can stop you from doing that.
Talking about, I just smashed Tad in the chin when he was putting me in a position. Also, he got his shin smashed. It's a rough morning.
It's a rough morning. I just bit my tongue. Heath kicked my shin. I'm ready to go home for the day, eat some lunch.
And you still have a whole nother practice.
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock, 6 to 8.
This shit right here, you just gotta be durable and have the right mindset. I realized that I'm gonna be the one from my hometown that made it, and I wanna be able to support my family someday from this stuff. I'm not doing this for no reason or just for shits and giggles. This shit's real for me. I'm not fucking around. So, could I not be the best ever? I'm not blind to that possibility, but what I believe in my heart that I'll be one of the best to ever do it when it's all said and done.
Okay. So
It's like experimentation.
like Q&A or
Yeah,
like
yeah,
troubleshooting.
stuff like that. Yeah.
So you do troubleshooting, you do your drilling, you get your reps in
Yeah.
at noon, and then that usually lasts how long?
About an hour, hour and a half.
Okay, so after the drilling session, then what? So now it's like what, 1:30, 2 o'clock?
Yeah, after the drilling session, usually we do a strength and conditioning session. We do strength and conditioning probably 3 times a week.
Okay.
After that, and then
What do you usually do for, like, when you say strength and conditioning, like to like a football player that might mean like squat and deadlift, but like for you, what's your strength?
it's not necessarily the same. Everybody's different. Everybody's body adjusts different to the training depending on how the training's going for you, how hard you're pushing yourself in the training, if you're preparing for a competition or not. So there's a lot of variation, a lot of X factors that are up and down for everyone. Just like bodyweight stuff, like stance holds with like the Bulgarian bag is really good. It's just a lot of functional stuff. A lot of functional stuff that relates to grappling and what a grappler needs to help to keep a well-oiled machine.
So is it like usually you by yourself, or they're like groups of
No,
guys?
everybody, usually there's like 3 or 4 guys, which makes it a lot easier because we're all doing it as a team. We're all in there suffering, I like doing jiu-jitsu. I don't like working out. JB's a crazy son of a bitch. He loves that shit. So it's good to have him there sometimes to boost it up.
All right, so how long does the conditioning last?
The conditioning, probably 30, 45 minutes usually, depending on how hard we're going and the level we're taking it to. If we get it done fast, it's usually better because we have more time to sleep or take a nap or rest or what have you, just to recover for the night training.
So let's say drilling at noon, then strength and conditioning, and then you get like what, 3 hours?
3 hours in between usually, 2 to 3. Yeah.
And then so the dreaded PSF night class. So tell us what it's like.
Oh my Lord. Well, depending on how hard you run us, if it's one of those days, we usually if you start with the technique, we usually just do rounds after the technique, and we got to do like 10 rounds, so it's 40 minutes of rolling. But some nights when the groups run, it's the toughest. The groups are the absolute toughest thing I've ever did. We get 4 people, all Pans and Worlds medalists in this group, and you're down in the middle. 4s are bad. 4s are like tough, but 7s are even worse. You're down for 7 minutes in the middle. Each person is blitzing you every time. They're coming after your head every time, no matter how tired you get, no matter how tired they are, they're always coming after your head. They're trying to fucking kill you every single minute of every single round. And it gets tough after the first, when you're down, it gets tough after about the first 1 or 2 because everybody's trying to blitz you, and then you technically have to blitz them back to keep them from killing you. You're just trying to stay alive. So it gets pretty rough down there.
Even tougher than a competition.
Yeah, it's definitely deep water for sure. It's some deep ass water, and I can't swim.
Not a good swimmer.
No, I can't swim for shit.
You have to drown.
Now I'm about to swim like a rock.
All right. So, what do you say to people that say like that you shouldn't train that hard all the time? You know what I mean? Like a lot of people think like you should only train this hard this often, or you're going to get hurt, or you're going to. What do you think about that? Now that you've done both, right? I mean, you've done like the technical type gym, you know, and then now you've been to a gym that's like a high competition gym. What's your preference? What do you think?
I definitely like this style a lot more. I don't really like starting for after blue belt. Like, why I don't see the point in really like warming up with shrimps and like I never really liked that stuff. None of that stuff ever really made sense to me after I was taught it. I learned how to shrimp. Like I don't see the point in doing it before every class. It don't make no sense to me. If you're gonna warm up with some like jiu-jitsu techniques, like some real stuff, like Kimura trap inversions, like knee cuts, whatever you want to do, but just something that correlates a lot better than like a basic fun. Maybe for like a white belt class, yeah, do that. That's cool. They need to know how to do that. But
so what are your? Tell me like. So the whole week goes by. So you train 7 days a week?
Train Sunday through Friday.
So what can like viewers or like up and comers, okay, guys that want to be prospects, what can they do outside of jiu-jitsu to get better at jiu-jitsu?
Study all the greats, Marcelo, Keenan, Gordon. Just study a lot, man. I watch a ton of tape. I try to analyze as much tape as possible. Try to find stuff that fits into my game, stuff that I want to fit into my game that I may not have necessarily all the nuances and the aspects of already. So I just try to break down every detail, and then you have to get at least 4 2 liters of Code Red a week in your system.
You can't forget the Code Red.
Can't forget that. You got to get that in there.
So you said
it's vital protein. It's vital.
So
it's essential.
I don't know if there is protein actually in Code Red, but
well,
fuck it.
That's fake news. They just don't put it on the label because they don't want them. They don't want them to know.
No, it's working for you.
Yeah.
So, hey, Code Red. Code Red. Code Red. So check this out. So, what do you think separates Pedigo submission fighting from the other gyms?
We're really like a family off the mat, man. We do a lot of stuff together. We're always together. We all love spending time with each other. Like last night, it was like 8 of us in a room that shouldn't have 8 people in it. We were just playing fucking Smash Bros on a Nintendo 64, a system that came out before I was even born.
So, I mean, you guys are like real friends. I mean, these are
it's all real, man.
Not like a friend in high school that you really like that like after school you never see again. These are like these are your homeboys. I mean,
it's not like one of those summer break friends where you just like after you go home at the end of the school day you have no dialogue or conversation at all, and you don't know nothing about them or anything that they're going through mentally or whatever struggles they're going through and having. We all know each other really well, and it's like you can kind of fine tune the aspects of each one, because if somebody's not acting a certain way, there's obviously something going on, and that's how close we are as we notice those things. Like between each individual, everybody has like a certain pattern, and if the pattern breaks, the other ones notice that pattern is broken. So we're all really close and have a fine-tuned connection.
So like I like the summer friend like reference. You know, it's like it seems like at other jiu-jitsu gyms they say like, oh man, brotherhood and this and that, but it's like, really they don't know anything about the guy. They don't know their girlfriend. They don't know like where they live. They haven't like spent true time together outside the jiu-jitsu world. They're like off the mat.
Yeah.
So real quick, one more thing. Like tell me like quickly. Tell me about this this cheeseburger competition that happened. Like just give me the quick run through on it.
So Adam Belfla needed a partner for an 11-pound pizza eating competition. Me and Sam both wanted it because it's $250 a piece.
And Adam is, not to interrupt you, but Adam is he ate the
72-ounce steak.
Like 1 year ago, like right now, he ate the huge steak in Texas.
Yeah, the Texas steak.
Get eaten.
just so people understand the size, this is my steak, all right? And this is Adam's steak. Dang, Adam, you smashed it, bro. Let me see how much you got left. Oh, he's killing it. He's not even full yet. Nearly 12 minutes left in the challenge. Adam has all the steak gone. All the steak is gone. All the salad is gone. All the shrimp is gone.
Good shit, Adam.
The big billboard sign.
Yeah, he ate that, some fucking sweet potatoes or something, and then a fucking something else.
Like 10 pounds of
I don't know.
food or something, right?
And then after that, he ate goddamn ice cream. He ate ice cream after eating all that.
I've seen the man eat. He man. I mean,
He's a monster. He's got a problem for
So
sure.
you're competing with Sam. You competed for the spot to go with Adam to eat the giant pizza for money. If you could finish
Yes.
it, you get paid.
Yes. So me and Sam are going, and I'm mowing through. I mow through the burgers, and he just eats all the patties.
20 cheeseburgers a piece.
20 a piece. Yeah, I got 10 down. I don't know how many he got, but he threw up first because I started chewing slower. I was talking shit to him the whole time, so I think I was fucking with him a bit.
So you were looking a little tired.
I was done. I was dead
You
as
just couldn't
fuck.
let him know. So
No.
you were doing the
The
you were
chatter.
doing the mind.
Yeah, I was
fight.
chatting to him. I was getting in his head a little bit.
You do that in jiu-jitsu.
I do not.
You don't talk to the opponents.
No.
Maybe you should try it.
Maybe I should try it. Shit. That silver could have been a gold if I was chatting some shit, maybe.
Nice. All right, well, man, let's eat up before this gets cold, man. I appreciate you wrapping it up with us and letting us into your life and spending the day with us. And it was pretty kick-ass, man. It was good to know, like, even I see you every day, and I learned some stuff that I didn't even know about you. So
Awesome.
I'm pretty down with that.
It was a
All
pleasure.
Right, so, Jacob Couch, future black belt world champion. Heath Pedigo.
What's it like training at daisyfresh?
It's the best shit in the world, man. I couldn't ask for nothing better. Some days, you're not gonna be fond of it every day. It's the hardest shit in the world to do. Some for jiu-jitsu guys. Let me rephrase that. It's not the hardest shit in the world to do, but it's definitely some of the toughest, best training in the world. Heath is like a fucking best kept encyclopedia of technique. He understands the game more than a lot of people. I haven't had the experience to train many places, but I've studied a ton of places. I've studied all the best techniques, and Heath definitely has a lot of them. So I love training here. The training partners are some of the toughest sons of bitches in the room. All of us have a good background story. You know, man, it's really beautiful. It's a beautiful thing that so many people from so many different situations can come here and gel and come together for one goal. It's a really beautiful thing.